I think I did the wrong thing. There we go. All right. Welcome everyone to episode number 145 of Pro No Coders Office Hours. I'm Tonya, your host. We're here with members Ben and Thomas and guest Aiossa. Maybe I will call him Daniel, but I'm going to try for his name. And then Mike Kemp. So we're going to get started in a moment. If this is your first time tuning in live to Office Hours, what it is we invite our members to come on our Zoom, and then we broadcast it live, and they can ask us any bubble question that they want, and we try to get it answered. And sometimes we get it, sometimes we don't. I hope it's most of the time we get it, especially if it's directly bubble related. But we promise you won't suffer alone. So if you're having any kind of trouble with bubble, or you can't figure out what you want to do with bubble, trying to create a feature, anything like that, you can bring it to us, and we're happy to try to help. Awesome. We're going to get started, and Ben has questions today. So Ben, you can take over. Did you want to share your screen?
Yep, sure will. Just 1 second.
Oh, I forgot. You can kick me off with screen sharing now.
So, sure can.
but you don't have to. I stopped sharing for you.
It's not going to let me share because I haven't set up the computer properly yet. Let's have a look. Did that share?
I do not see your screen yet.
Not yet.
Okay. I might loop back around and go second if that's right, because I've got to set up it so my computer will let me screen share.
Yeah, no problem. Thomas, what's up?
Me? What's
up? Yes.
The ceiling.
Oh. I just checked. You're right. I'm not outside, so.
Yeah, I'm okay. I appreciate it. I don't know if you heard me earlier.
Oh, I didn't hear you earlier.
Yeah, sorry. I meant to say I had no questions.
No questions. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just check in. All right. So it's Hope. It's your turn.
Okay. I'm actually the course I've been on one bootcamp to precise. I told you about it. Canvas Head Dev Bootcamp.
Mm-hmm.
Probably heard about it. Okay, I've been on this scenario. I'm trying to they've gotten us to the stage of trying to integrate Canvas into Bubble, getting to use Canvas for mostly front end design.
Okay. Yeah.
So I haven't gotten that right actually. I'm thinking I could use some help. Probably you could help me break it down how it works,
Yes, absolutely. Happy to share that. So I actually just started this Canvas app today, because today is November 1st. So I started our November sandbox for 2021. And like always, I set it up to be based on the Canvas template. So what that looks like is if you go into Bubble and you start a new app, if you don't already have the Canvas template available to you, you can find it. Let me start a new tab here. You can go to bubble.io templates. And it's one of the first templates that shows up, but if you just type Canvas, it should definitely. So you have to go ahead and click in here. And then I already have it added to mine. It's an owned template, so you can grab the template. And when you do that, it will ask you if you want to start a new app with that template. And the answer is probably yes. But then once you have the Canvas-based template, then what you can do is every time you start an app, so if I were to go back here and start a new app, it's going to ask, do you want to start from a template? And you would say, yes, you want to start from the Canvas-based template. And so that's what I did this morning. The only other things that I've done in this app for the November sandbox is I deleted the initial instructions that they give you for Canvas, because I don't need them. I'm super familiar with them. And I added this picture for the screen sharing. And then I went into the settings and I put this app on my, I thought I put it on Is this my November sandbox? Changed it. How did I put it on the agency? Confirm. Okay.
So is it compulsory you have?
agency.
Oh, so I have a question.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, is it compulsory you have it on agency plan before you can use Canvas?
No, it's not at all required. I was just trying to show you what I had already done so you would understand if there were any differences. You do not need to put it on an agency plan to use the Canvas template. So you can use the free version, or you could upgrade to one of the other versions, like the personals, the least expensive. I just know that in office hours, we're going to bump up against the free limitations because we often talk about backend workflows and things like that that we need to test, and you can't do the backend workflow stuff on a free plan. So that's why I moved it to agency plan.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. So those are the only things that I've done in this app so far. So you can see this is just standard how the account comes with Canvas. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and register with Canvas because you can't use this thing here. You can see the Canvas extension. If I click here, oh, it's loading. I won't be able to do anything because it'll just tell me, oh, this isn't registered with Canvas yet. We don't recognize this. So I need to register it with Canvas to be able to pull things in from the Canvas extension. And that's really where not all of the power, but a lot of the power of Canvas comes from, is from being able to use the extension to import pages and blocks into your app, and then also to control your app colors. So what I had to do was I had to switch it to the admin page here. I'm going to go into app data, into users. I'm going to run this page as, has anybody been getting that from Bubble lately? This like failed to retrieve your data.
No.
It's happened to me like 4 or 5 times the last few days. I'm like, what do you mean you failed to retrieve my data? Isn't that what I pay you for? Is to find my data? Like, come on. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to click run as, and what the admin portal is in a moment, as you'll see, it's it kind of adds a layer of abstraction. It lets you control a lot of important things about your app from not the back end. It's weird. Did they change the default password stuff?
Okay. I think the data, okay.
Go ahead, what were you saying?
Okay. I mean, the database seems different. The database, like, it's populating a lot of different protocol. Like, it's kind of different.
Yes,
Okay,
I'll explain that in a moment. So let's see here. If I go into general, maybe I have my caps lock on. Oh, I did. I have my caps lock on. That's why it wouldn't let me in. So to your point, Canvas has added all app variables and then has added all of these different data types as well. These are all of the ones that Canvas added have the gear icon in it, and then except for this one, the all app variables. And what these are allowing you to do is it's already got email templates set up. It already has dummy information. If you just want to populate a repeating group really fast, you can have the repeating group set to dummy and search for all dummies. It's got your app settings, which is all of the information, like my logo is going to go in the app settings. App settings is very much related to this page, if I can get it to load. Happy Monday. Welcome to the week. Welcome to the new month, Bubble. If you want to catch up, I would appreciate it. It always takes a little bit longer to load the admin page the first time before it's cached, but this is a little on the extreme side. feel like we should be like, what, the spotters on a cheer team? Like we just need to cheer it on. I think you can. I think you can. Finally.
It's coming on.
Screen sharing doesn't help, I'm sure. Okay, so it's setting up my portal for the first time and it's giving me a launch list. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is check and make sure this is correct, and it is. And then I need to register my app with Canvas. And then I'm already signed up with a canvas.airdev.co account. But if you aren't already signed up, you'll probably have to sign up for a new account as part of this. And then I think I said blog, parcel project, register app. So after you fill this out, then they're going to ask you which plan you want to be on. And for sandbox purposes, I choose the free plan. But for my other projects, if I'm operating as an agency, I would do the agency plan. If I'm operating as an individual, then I just do the $150 plan here. But for sandbox, I'm going to choose the free license. All that means is now I can use in here when I go to the design tab. Now it doesn't tell me I have to register my app. Now I can actually do things. So, and one of the first things that you can do is you can update your app colors. And this takes a few minutes, so I won't do it right now, but you can choose your primary, secondary, and tertiary. And when you click update, it will go through and you have all of these custom styles that were added to your app by Canvas by starting with the Canvas template. And it'll go through and it'll update all of the primary, secondary, and tertiary colors to match the colors you choose from the extension. And then another thing you can do, why is it doing that? Okay, is then you can add a new page. And so what Canvas offers you is a whole bunch of different page designs and layouts that you can choose from. You'll have more options if you upgrade to a premium license with Canvas than if you're using the free, but they'll tell you when it's a premium page. They'll say get premium. So you have quite a few up here that are not premium that you can just add, and it'll just go ahead and default and add that page. So let's just try a simple one, like a 2-column menu tabs page. So we'll click add page, and I'll just say Canvas page, and I'll click create new page, and it'll take a moment. And you just wait, and then once it's done, you have that page. And then the same thing happens for blocks. You can choose, once you have a Canvas page that exists, all of them come with a block group, and that block group allows Canvas to paste their blocks into that group, so you can kind of customize the template for your purposes. So like even just creating a page from scratch to do like a very simple page like this would probably take me quite a bit of time just getting everything right. So the fact that I can just import the page is fast already. But then what's really powerful is I can say, okay, I want to add a block to this page. And I have 89 different options of blocks that I can add. So if I say I want to get a data table repeating group, so these are all premium, it looks like. So let's try one that's not premium. Let's try select. Let's see if they have any Yeah, so like I could add this block to the page. So I don't have to go and create this. I just find what already exists in Canvas and I can add it. So if I wanted to do a horizontal scroll repeating group of different tiles here with the pictures like this, then I could add the block and I can modify it if I need to, the design part, but it gives me a great starting place, right? So it's simple as adding the block and it says, I need the filters template reusable. And so I'll add that block to my app first. And then it will add the block to the Canvas page. So that's the basics of using the Canvas template. The trickiest part is that you have to get familiar with what Canvas has already done and has already put on the page in order to use it effectively. Because I remember like a year ago when I was learning Canvas, I was like, I don't want the user to have to leave this page in order to sign in. So I started building like a sign up login pop-up, not realizing that Canvas already had it. Right. So I wasted a lot of time building my own and then realizing that what Canvas had built was already better than what I was building and taking a lot of time to build. So it's just really important to get familiar with what already exists in the template and in the blocks so you don't recreate work. The other tricky thing is using Canvas, you're going to do a lot less with the visual elements and the containers and the input forms. Like I use this a lot less when I'm building in Canvas than if I'm building outside of Canvas, because most of the time I'm adapting what already exists to what I need it to be, as opposed to adding new elements onto the page. Another thing is dragging anything around is not a good idea in Canvas. I wouldn't click and drag anything to move it because almost invariably you end up moving it outside of a group, and the nested groups are very, very much a part of how Canvas works. So an example of that would be group main, we're in the blocks container. So finding things, you're going to keep clicking to go in and in. Eli, by the way, has figured out how through our new extension, how we can give you something where you can read the whole thing. I don't know if anybody caught that on Twitter, but it's kind of cool. But yeah, so you don't want to move things around because if it gets moved outside of a group, then it breaks things. So.
Well, oh, sorry, I do have a question.
Sure.
Can you hear me? Okay, like if we also add a block to the screen, and we ain't supposed to move things around, how are we going to get to add it to the exact place where it's supposed to be?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So I do move things around on the page. I don't click and drag them around on the page. Okay. So one of the things, like, let's say that this is the page, what came with the page itself, but let's say I wanted to put this block on top of this one, right? Okay. Yep. If I wanted to switch places, what I would do is I'd have to make sure that I grab that specific block itself, which I have in this case. So this is my group horizontal scroll groups. I would rename this so that I know what I'm working with. And then I would move this one up until it won't move up anymore. And then I'd move this one down until it's not overlapping anymore. And actually it wouldn't be this group, it would be, I'd be trying to grab the whole group. So probably, yeah, probably that. So if I just hit shift, and it takes time, but it's a lot less time than fixing it if there's a mistake made. So let's see, group tabs main. That includes everything. So if I want to move this one. So yeah, I would figure out why it's not working, and then I would move it down. probably there's a group here that this is in that's not dropped down. Let's just preview what this looks like for a moment. Yeah, there's a barrier between these two. But it might take me some time, but I would figure out what that barrier is, and then I would switch their places. Or actually, what would probably make more sense to do is I would just collapse this one and show this one.
Okay.
Right? If I actually want to physically change, like if I want both groups showing at the same time, then I could have, then I would have to move this one. But if I really just want this one to show first and on the page, like if I wanted it to be attached to the profile, then I would just collapse this group when it's hidden, and I would hide it, and this one, and have this one show when it's profile. And that's essentially how Canvas works, is everything is stacked perfectly vertically on top of each other, and we just hide. And when we hide something, we collapse its height, so everything shifts up. And that's how you show one thing versus the other.
Okay.
Did that answer how that would happen?
Sure. It's cool.
Yep. So it is Jay can tell you, because I know Jay went through the boot camp as well. Canvas is super powerful. And a lot of ways, people who are actually really good at design don't like to be limited by Canvas, because the design part is an even greater learning curve, I think, than the development part with Canvas. But Dami, that I work with, who's also in Nigeria, he just reskinned a Canvas app, and he made it look easy, and it's super impressive. And then developing is a lot easier with Canvas, I'd have to say. Once you get through the learning curve, it's a lot easier.
Okay, so you suggest I stick to the learning curve, or you just stick to learning bubble?
And actually, Thomas knows about this because we talked about it over the weekend, but I think I'm about to launch my own, like have a little group of us where I'm teaching Canvas. So if you're interested, you might join us in that endeavor. It'll be a pretty intense boot camp, but I think I can do a pretty good job of transferring the knowledge from me to the people who want to learn Canvas better. So
when's that going to happen? Super keen on that.
That's going to start any minute now, like probably this week. So
is that part of your breakout group thing?
My breakout group thing
for pro coders, you were saying that you might have certain office hours focusing on.
No, this is just for my own thing. Yeah, this is my own thing. I'm like, I've wanted to do it for a while, and I thought I was going to start it in June. And then I got distracted with people saying something other than that in the poll that I ran in the group. But yeah, so it's going to be separate from office hours completely. So
how do we sign up for that?
You tell me you want to be part of it.
I want to be part of it.
Okay. Anyone else?
I want to be part of it. Everybody wants to be part of it. Okay.
All right, cool. So I will let everyone know when we're getting started and how we're going to do it. But it's going to be, but expect that it's going to be some work, but we'll get through it, and at the end of it, you'll be in a great position to use your skills either for yourself or for other people. So.
But is it that Canvas is the only stuff that offer this kind of easy access to Bubble, or we have other templates that's kind of like similar to Canvas?
I missed part of the question.
I mean, Canvas is trying to make everything easy for the UI, what's it called? For the UI part of the bubble stuff. But I feel like, is it only Canvas that do that? Or we have
No,
other...
no. So there are definitely other templates available in the Bubble template library.
Okay.
There's also open build and
There's
those kind of
open
things.
build, yeah, open build and made with frames. Canvas to me is, so I learned about Canvas after having bubbled for about 3 weeks. And the reason I found Canvas, I think the Google search term I put in there was best practices for Bubble. And it pulled up AirDev, and I went on AirDev and I was looking through it and I saw this boot camp. And then I saw that the boot camp was free. And I was like, I was all about it. So I signed up right away for the boot camp. And then it was going to take a month for the boot camp to start. And during that month, I was doing my first paid gig as a bubbler. And then from there, like when it started, I just devoted the time into the first AirDev bootcamp. And then they had a second one that I signed up for. And the entire time I knew I wanted to work for AirDev. And so I was treating the whole thing like an extended 3-month-long job interview, basically. And it worked. I got the job.
You got the job? Or...
I got the job. So I've been working for AirDev as I started as a developer in January, and then I moved into product manager in March. And so, but for me, what Canvas does that other templates don't do is, or a lot of other templates don't do, is a lot of other templates are just giving you like a whole template for an app, but it's very rigid. And you have to do a ton of customization on your own. And if you break things, they don't support it and so forth. With Canvas, yeah, if I break something, Canvas won't fix it for free. And that's fine. But if I break something, I can spin up a new page and I can add the blocks and I can start over with it without having lost all of my work, kind of thing. So there's a lot of flexibility there. There are a lot of workflows and things that Canvas does that we know all apps are going to have to do, like send emails. And the admin portal in and of itself is a huge deal because it's already done for you. The login, the sign up is already done for you. Canvas also gives you the ability to do what are called marketing pages. And so those are separate than the pages that you manage in Bubble itself. So like if you were building an app for a client and the client wanted to do a lot of changes and messing around with the index page, with the home page, just to try to see what they can do to get conversions into their app, people using their app, they can run the page builder here in Canvas, and it's just like a page builder that you would find in another product. It's very simple to use. They can change colors. They can add and remove blocks and things like that. I love that because I'd rather my clients not be touching the Bubble backend, the Bubble editor. I'd rather be in full control over the Bubble editor personally. When clients start messing around in the editor, I end up having to do a lot of cleanup work. So there's reasons I use Canvas versus other templates. I have not really tried open build. I have worked a lot and really, really appreciate made with frames, or frames as it's called. This was put out by Greg John, and it's fantastic. So I have had on 3 or 4 occasions in the last month and a half that frames has been available, used it to create just really small functional things on a page that I want my client to be able to use. So I've made tools using made with frames because it's very fast, as opposed to fully developing it with Canvas, which can take a little bit longer. But I think of it in terms of, oh, well, this, an example would be I gave a user a repeating group of their repeating group of their users, and they could change just 2 fields about it. And I built it in less than 30 minutes with frames. And it would have taken me a little bit longer to like do it in Canvas and make it really pretty and nice and everything, right? But it was functional for the client. It got them what they needed to do very quickly. So yeah, but I will be doing, we'll kick off the Canvas boot camp, not official, the unofficial Canvas boot camp soon.
All right. Noted.
Awesome.
Oh, okay. Go.
Did that help answer your question?
Sure.
Okay,
You really done justice to it. It's cool.
awesome. Cool.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Ben, we'll come back to you.
Yep.
And
cool.
Jay, I haven't forgotten that you're here.
No worries. I'm not, don't worry.
Okay. You can kick me off sharing as you please, Ben.
Is that? It's still not letting me share.
Oh, Kim, I was already sharing in the group. No, like you didn't need to post in the group that I was sharing. So it's okay. It's fine. We just have 2 lives in the group now. It's fine. Could be worse. There could be none.
Oh, okay. The issue here is saying that it's not screen sharing. It's the privacy for the video stream.
Oh, you didn't give it permission?
So I have now. Okay.
Okay.
Nope. Do you want to go to Jay and I'll keep trying?
Pressure's on.
The pressure's on. Yes,
I'm
that's
feeling
fine. And also, if you want me to share my screen, but your app, we can do that as well. Did you have an opinion on that, or?
Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, the questions you probably actually don't need to screen share anyway. But
Okay.
what I'm trying to do is on an input form for someone to upload a new, say, product or something like that, the workflow I've got is working fine, perfectly. But so it goes from create a new thing to make changes to a user, to show an alert, to reset inputs, to hide the pop-up. But what's happening is when I click, submit, the alert hardly shows at all. It just pretty much runs straight through. Is there a way to delay that?
The alert. Okay, what are you using for the alert? Are you using a plugin or are you using something standard?
I'm just using the normal bubble alert, show alert.
Okay. Let's try. So if I were to set an alert on this page, like when I click a button, so let's put it on this button here. This probably already has a workflow. It does, but let's put the alert here. We'll just add a button. We'll make a new page. Is anybody else having trouble seeing the button I just added to the page? What just happened?
Disappeared. Probably the color.
Button, primary background, bold.
Okay.
And it's visible. We're gonna refresh. I think my part, this is totally like me just theorizing, but I think that Bubble is having to make a lot of changes with the editor to accommodate the new responsive engine, the Flexbox. I think a lot of this is just like we're seeing little hiccups because of it.
Hopefully it'll be worth it though.
Is it? I hope so. I hope it will be worth it. I have heard that it will be worth it. Justin and Eli were both beta testers of it, and they both think it's awesome. So, all right, so we'll start a workflow here, and then here you're doing. So this is all, these alerts have to do with a plugin that I have. So where was the alert that you were using?
So it's back on the design, sorry.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And then
show alert.
yeah, show
Like
alert.
show alert, something like that. Like you have to go to the workflow side.
No, it's not on the workflow side. It's on the design.
Okay.
On the left-hand side. Alert under shape.
This one. Okay. Oh, so you just have like this here? And oh, got it. Got it. Yeah, I might switch to Air Alert. It's free and it's very like customizable for like in terms, I don't know, like you might be able to delay it here, but I've actually never used it. So like Air Alert, if I click this button, then I can do an Air Alert and I can say, okay, I want to do a custom or standard. So standard's pretty good, but custom lets you change a lot of things. So this one will stay for 5 seconds. I could make it 10 seconds instead, or 30 seconds, however I want. And then I can say, okay, if I preview this page,
it's not the alert that the issue. It seems to be the pop-up closes too quickly, so you don't even get to see it.
Oh, so you have a problem, the pop-up. So when are you closing the pop-up? Is it on a button click?
Yeah, after you hit submit, it resets inputs and closes the pop-up, but you don't even get to see the alert because the workflow happens so quickly that it's just gone.
Got it. Yeah. So, I mean, in this case, if you put the alert here in with the Air Alert, which is free plugin, then they would have time to see the alert after you've closed everything else.
Gotcha. So don't put the alerts on the pop-up, put it actually on the page.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I can do that. Also, is anyone, and I feel like Jay's going to know the answer to this, any good plugins? Any good plugins for Messenger, the Messenger section or chat section where it'll allow users to put emojis in?
Tonya, you did that with
Thomas.
No, with the emojis. You put emojis in an unexpected spot. Maybe it was in
the editor. But I think that Bubble natively supports emojis, right? So you would just need a plugin for like if they wanted to select the emoji.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, so on our on the messengers that we've done, well, let's just try it. So if I have an input, just a regular input here, and putting multiple things on the screen. You're doing great today, Bubble. You're doing great, Bubble. Good job. So I think it already accepts emojis, and then I think it already displays them. So if I set this to the insert would be input A's value, and then I preview here and I go and I grab an emoji.
See, this is the part I'm trying to cut out, is actually going and grabbing an emoji. I thought there might have been something you
right.
could click.
So I'm thinking there's a plugin for.
Well, could you put a hidden group or a focus group, put your emojis in there, And then when they click on emoji, like select emoji, that logo, that icon, the focus group or the whatever you use will pop up, give them their options. They can click. That would set a custom state, but then I don't know how you get in the text.
So like if I'm using my phone, I have access to my emojis anyway. So the difference is we need to put something on the page to allow emojis, and probably we could create our own, but I'm guessing this one is probably what we're looking for. So if I go to here and I say emoji, nope, this is just like an icon thing.
I wonder if you can download a library, an emoji library. I'm sure you can. And then when they select the emoji picker that you build in, then offer them the library, and then you could maybe insert that into text, because it would be more like a font than it would be like an image.
I just thought this would have been such a regular thing that there would have been a plugin.
No, I agree. I think that we should make this plugin and then charge for it, because I'm kind of surprised that I'm not finding one, to be perfectly honest. It's like why wouldn't you have something like in Slack? If I'm in Slack, I can click the button and I can choose an emoji. If I'm in my phone, it's native to my keyboard. I know that sometimes people will have it native, but I understand what you're asking for and why you're asking for it. Makes perfect sense to me.
It's such a quick way to communicate. Like everyone uses them constantly. Well, I do anyway. But I just thought it would have been a simple plugin, drag and drop, here you go, chuck it on the page. But I just couldn't. I thought you might have known something, because I can't see anything.
Let's try this one. This one says cute little widget to easily add emoji reactions to your Bubble app. Handy for features like quickly collecting user feedback. This is, well, I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we could try. Emoji reaction. Emojis. I could add a list of emojis in here, and I could label them if I want. Can select the icon style. So I don't know what we do. Sad face. Face, like, what do you want from me here? List of emojis to display from left to right. Okay, so this is where I go and I copy them from the emoji library, like Emojipedia. Smileys and people. Can we just do this? Is it going to be that easy?
Nope. I think this is where they want you to have a data set of emojis.
Right, exactly. So like, I'm wondering.
It's like,
so I can add one by one, right? So
yeah.
Nope, they don't like that either. List of emojis to display. So they probably want the code for it. And the same for the labels or whatever. So yeah, that's not really what we're going for. Maybe I will find somebody to build it, and you can be my beta tester.
Hey.
Like, let's do that. It seems like such a simple thing. I don't know why it hasn't been done before.
It's just, yeah. I mean, with the amount of people building, quote unquote social networks and in Bubble, I just thought this would have been a no-brainer.
Yeah, I think so too. I wonder if it's solved in the chat that we have, like the chat block in Canvas. I think I've set that up on a couple different of my
Well, Reese, you want them in the text as part of the text, or do you want them to be like standalone? Like, what are you exactly trying to do?
Yeah, he wants
Yeah.
it so that you can add it to anything that you're typing, just like
Yeah.
you were typing a text on your phone, you'd be able to
Hmm.
type an emoji, whatever emoji you want, whenever you want. So, but like you just want like on the bottom somewhere like the little smiley icon, and they click it and it opens up a menu, and then they can add the different, just like in Facebook.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in every single application that comes
And
out.
every
it's
single
some sort of
application, yeah,
setting.
except ours, because we don't have this plugin that we need to make. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm following. Yeah, that seems like a huge gap. It seems like something we could fill. But I don't know the answer to your question. I can't seem to find one in the plugins. At least not by using the word emoji. Maybe they call
I
it
can't
something
imagine what else it would be.
emoticon.
If you put the if you set the emoji picker so that when they select, it creates a custom state, and the custom state is HTML, like HTML and then the name of the image, and the image is stored in your file manager.
Just
Would
seems
that
like such a
display
long
it?
way about it.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I mean,
I don't think it's the
I know
best.
we can. I know we can build it right.
Yeah,
in Bubble, but I think there's probably like it would be better as a plugin, and it should be something that is available, and it just seems to be missing, which is very weird to me.
And something that simple, I'd spend a few bucks on it every time I build something.
Okay. Yeah, me too. I would as well.
To not have to do it yourself, yeah, it's worth it.
I'll check in with the plugin developer I know and see. Yeah, see if we can't get that built. I think there's I don't know, do we even have woodpeckers in Arizona? Like every few months, I have the most bizarre noise start coming from my wall. And I go out and I look and I can't see anything.
Are there pipes in that wall?
No, it's the very, very corner of the house.
Dun, dun,
Not
dun.
nowhere near water. We've had people come out and look several times and nobody can find anything, but it just,
What's the sound like?
it just happened. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but it happened. It sounded like a very sharp knock.
Was it like really
Sounded
fast?
that. Yeah, it was super fast.
You might have woodpeckers, yeah.
I
I'm no bird
know. It's weird. So weird. We had that whole bee removal happen last week. Like, I don't know. Kind of glad I don't own this house. Just renting for now.
Arizona woodpecker.
Yeah.
There's literally a woodpecker called Arizona woodpecker. I don't know.
There is? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's gotta be it. Like as soon as I step out, they run away or something will fly away. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, sorry. I just was reacting to the ghost sound in my wall. Like, what's going on right now? I have videos of it because trying to tell people I'm not crazy. Maybe I am. All right, Jada, you got anything for us today?
Not really. I have a plugin that's acting. This isn't critical because I'm redoing it in AWS, but I do have something weird that I would like to understand.
Okay.
So this is just a scratch page, and you can see this link. This is an S3. This is a URI to a sound recording, a WAV file. So this is coming from this API, which works. And then that page, it looks like it's thinking.
I see a Zoom screen.
Oh no. What do you see now?
Now I see bubble.
Okay. So here's what's that? here's the link. This is what this works. So this is all fine, just me testing. This is what it looks like on the page. Current cells, here's the API. And this is the API, I guess the key, the variable. And then they're nailing it down to the specific URI. So that's all there. And then the API looks right. It's just an API. I won't bother showing you guys again. And here's where the problem comes in.
And this is with the plugin, or this is the API connector?
API connector.
Okay.
Oh, come on, computer. I don't think Bubble wants you to see it. It's a secret.
Yeah.
Bubble's secret shame. Gonna have to log out and log back in.
Well, you also want to be careful too, because you don't want to show us API keys and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, good point. Let me move that for a minute.
So I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to help you with this.
Well, the problem isn't about Twilio. The problem is that when let me move it back. The problem is that when I want to change this. This database is old. I want to put it in the one that I've been working in, that you guys have been looking at the past week. So here's how this is, and this is right, and this works. But when I go to try to recreate it in a different data type, I can't access that API. It just isn't there. So
okay. So it's probably moving the data. You probably have it switched to data or action in the one that's working.
But I haven't.
The other thing is if you haven't initialized it, it won't show up.
It's initialized. It works. This works.
That's the old one though.
This is the one I'm trying to recreate.
Okay, so you're using the same API call?
Yeah, I want this to go into a different data type. This Twilio minimal. This is an old. I want to get rid of this. I want it to go into a different data type. It's the one called SMS response. So I want to change this. The problem is when I change it, I have to.
That type is in your Bubble database?
Yeah. Yeah, this is my Bubble database.
All right. And then you want to change the type to okay. And did you try copying the expression and it just
yes.
Won't? Okay.
Yeah, it won't copy. It reads out the first part.
So just try it so I can see.
So when you look over here, it's not there. These are other Twilio calls, but they're not the Twilio call that matters.
The Twilio voices, Twilio response recordings URI. So what is it called?
Twilio voice.
Twilio voice is the one that's not there.
Yeah.
That one is, yeah, I don't know the answer. Have you asked Bubble? That seems weird.
No, I didn't. I haven't asked Bubble. And the other thing is, like, look at this. It isn't errored out. So the API call isn't showing up. This is here. This information is obviously hard coded. These are not the parameters. And yet this is here. That shouldn't be the way it is, right?
Right.
Dun, dun, dun.
No, it seems like somehow you broke it, and for some reason, Bubble hasn't caught up to telling you that that's an error. Because it's errored out on the screen as soon as you click it. It's showing as an error because it's empty, right? When you click on Twilio voice, it's showing the error because it's an empty input.
And yet over here, I don't have any errors. Well, I guess I probably do.
Twilio voice is not a possible option. Yeah.
And yet it's working. Like when I go to display this, if I preview it, it's going to preview correctly.
I can't answer that.
Okay.
Yep. Awesome. We have another guest joining us. But I don't think she has any bubble questions. Hi, Micah.
Hi, Tonya.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, so this is office hours. What we do is I answer bubble questions for our members at pronocoders.com. So
Got it.
we just finished our first round of questions. So I'm going to go ahead and come back to Ben.
Hey, I have a few things, but I might wait for tomorrow and figure out this screen sharing nonsense.
Got it. I wonder if
Is
it's
that cool?
something. Yeah, that's fine. That's not a problem. I must be super annoying. I'm sorry. And we might have to like it might work better if we start, because maybe it was asking for permission at the front end of the meeting. So
I'm not sure. I think it's just because it's the new computer.
Yeah.
That's the issue. Once I sort it, it'll be fine.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry. Thank you.
No worries. Thomas, you still don't have anything? No. All right. And how about Aiossa? You're okay? You're good?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm
Good.
really enjoying the section. It's cool.
Awesome. And then Jay, back to you.
Nope. Please keep going.
Micah,
Move it along.
Micah joined right as we finished. So awesome. Well, okay. Then let's just go ahead and wrap up office hours today. We can continue the chat in our after hours, which is exclusive to members of pronocoders.com. Thank you, everyone, for being here today, and anyone who might be watching. And we will be back tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific time for office hours session number 146. If you would like to join us for a complimentary session, please go sign up, and I can show this to you. Please go sign up. It's free to join Pro No Coders and sign up for an account. You just click this sign up button. We'll let you sign up for free. And then once you're logged in, you can go and you can see all of our sessions for office hours. You'll just click office hours in your members portal, and it will show you what time we're starting tomorrow. Come on in and meet everybody, and we'll see if we can answer your bubble question. We'll see you